Well, Scott, we do know Ron Rivera met with the media today, discussed the reason why he benched his starting quarterback, Cam Newton, for what he was calling a dress code violation. Listen to this.
I treat everybody the same, when this comes up to it. And it's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time. It's just the way it is. But at the end of the day, everybody gets treated the same. I've addressed it. Cam addressed it yesterday as well. And as far as I'm concerned, we're moving on. We're getting ready for San Diego.
How comfortable are you with that decision a day later?
I'm very comfortable with it, Jonathan, because the truth of the matter is I have to treat everybody the same. I really do. And that's all that was. There was no underlying message. There's no feud, because I've done this before. It's just unfortunate the guys that I did before weren't the quarterback. And I think that's why it's such a big deal. And that's why I think it's quite honestly a little bit being made bigger than it really is. Because, again, all I did was treat, a player like I treat any other player.
Scott, so even though Cam was the MVP last season, Coach Ron Rivera not giving him preferential treatment, do you think he did the right thing?
Quarterbacks get a lot of preferential treatment. They're 4-8, and he's one of the more respected guys.
Okay.
This season, this stunt, it's not even a stunt. He broke a rule and he followed through with it. He's not going to lose his locker room.
Okay.
Rivera's one of the most respected human beings in all of the league.
But you like the punishment, him having to sit out a whole series?
I wouldn't. If I was a head coach in the NFL, I would not have ties be mandatory. But it is one of his rules. They won 15-1 last year, and I respect him as a human being more than probably almost everyone in the NFL. So if it's a rule, wear the tie.
But we talked about it. You would have to think there are other ways to punish a guy. I don't know if you do fines. Maybe that's something they've done in the past. It seems like it could be something else that wouldn't be tied to games, because we're here to win games, and we're not going to win much if we don't have Cam Newton.
He looked dapper. Cam looked nice. He was appropriate. He was better dressed than 90% of the people in the NFL that dressed for this past week. However, if you said, Cam, you either give up the first possession or you give up $20,000, Cam's going to write a $20,000 check on the spot.
Yep.
And you don't really get change, or I guess in this case, reinforcement that the coach, it ends and starts with him, unless you start taking away the things that truly matter to these people.
Yeah, when you start sitting them down, then you really know the coach means business about this rule that sets the tone for everybody else.
I wouldn't do it, but since it's in place, we're parents, right?
Absolutely.
The worst thing we could do is tell the kids, if you don't do this, this will happen, and then they don't do it, and you don't follow through with your promise.
Have to. Once you put the rule out there and somebody breaks it, have to put forth the punishment. Certainly didn't work out too well, though, for Carolina, as they got destroyed by the Seattle Seahawks.